Hello. We have our next Tiki League game. Nothing we can do. So it's 560k for them. Whew. That is a lot, but I mean, not surprising. Hang on. Which is being weird for me. Okay, that should do it, I think. Alright. So what they're gonna get? They're getting Mad Eye. They've got so much money. But, I mean, there's fair reason for it. Bribes make sense. Isn't there a... I don't remember what there is that you can take. There's probably a big star player you can take as well. Wish I could search through. Okay, I don't know what that is. It sounds like a goblin star player, but I don't know which one. Need to remember once we've started to check, because I moved the camera, so I just want to check that it's underneath the timer, because I know it's kind of nice to be able to see that. Maybe they don't have any good star players. They should be able to take that Minotaur star player, and honestly, he could be kind of a nuisance, so wouldn't be a terrible idea. Okay, that's probably another bribe, I imagine. Yeah, double bribe. Okay, this should be interesting. Can't see what novel it is. Oh, I didn't actually look. I mean, I tried to look, but I couldn't see. So this will be interesting. I mean, the team is not in I mean, it's not in great shape, but it's not in terrible shape. I guess we'll be able to tell what Nobler is when we look at his team. Oh, I guess it's the chainsaw, the Kelsdorf chainsaw. Which is a good choice. We will go on defense. Will we, or do we go on offense here? I think we go on defense. Maybe there's not much use to attacking here. Maybe we sit back. Get out of the way of his nasty players anyway. I mean, a lot's going to depend on if we have a team to be able to do anything, because everything wants to hurt us here. Alright. So yeah, we are recessing a bit here. I mean, obviously he can still reach us with this guy. Oh, he's a plus movement ball centaur? That's quite nice. Movement 10. So 3 spaces to get this guy. You could almost one-turn with this guy. I mean, it wouldn't be great. But you could. So he's got 2 extra players. But both of his star players are... Okay, he's leaving the chainsaw off. Interesting. But it kind of makes sense. Does have a dirty player as well, which is a pain. Okay, the camera is almost good, but I can move it down a touch just so we have it nice and clear. There we go. That works for me. Oh, it's got dark outside. Okay. It's got like a leopard print. No, okay, it just looked like kind of leopard print there. If he's making this hit, he's probably not blitzing. Because, I mean, who else can really reach here? Looks like he's going to use Zarg as a ball carrier. He does have sure hands. An edgy 3, but he's quite slow. Extra reroll, I don't mind. Oh, that kick, if we'd had Blitz, that kick would have been brutal. But hey, even as far back as we are. Dubskulls here would be great. Nope. He's rolling with 2 rerolls. So, if anything, standing up the hobgoblins and making them make blocks feels nice. Okay, he's picking up on the plus agi instead. Needs the pickup, gets the pickup. Don't really quite know how I want to play this. I mean, I do want to avoid him, but I don't know if that means sort of... It'd be interesting to see how much he advances forward here, because we might try and pull him into our half and then slip round. But, I mean, that might be optimistic. I know it kind of gives up a lot of space, but we do not need to be taking... Oh. 1 dice goes wrong. He could probably let that go. Doesn't let it go, carries on. Can we actually get on that hobgoblin? Theoretically with this guy. Okay, so we're changing plan instantly. Potentially, at least. Okay, that's nice. Follow? Get our guy on him. Can we get a block here? We'd need 2 assists. So let's try for it. Because I don't like this at all, and I'd rather knock him over if we could. Very nice. Follow to get in the way. I was trying to decide there. Follow to get out of the way, potentially. Oh, that's what happened. It was the... Yeah, I was wondering why he took 1 dice, but it's making sense now. Gets us. I guess we'll go this way, because he's probably going to head over here, I don't know where he's going to head. Pity he got us, because then we'd be stuck on this guy, which would be great. He's in a bit of a pickle. He could have gone for an aggressive fireball here, but that wouldn't be high odds to work out nicely. So yeah, he's going to relocate. Did we not knock this guy over? I thought we knocked this guy over. No. Okay, I don't remember him being there. So he does have a 2 dice here. Which... Yeah, maybe I moved up there thinking, well, we need to get on him. I don't know. This guy's only movement 3, which is a problem for him. What I'm hoping is we can knock down something in the middle here. But we'll have to see. Might mean using the tackler, which I suppose isn't the end of the world, because this guy doesn't have anything, so the strip ball is arguably more useful if we could get it. He probably needs to stay where he is. Although, if he moves up, he tags the witch. But it does give us, like, a theoretical potential. I don't know, that's tricky. As long as this guy stays here, he's relatively safe. Push us down into this hole. Yeah. Just deciding if he follows here. I can't block with the witch here. It's not 100% clear what we should do here. He really needs to stay roughly where he is. I mean, that works as well, actually. Just doesn't need to go in. I think we need to get that guy up. Let's see. So I think we do this. There's no real way through here. Unless, let's see. I mean, arguably we could make a way through. If she was there, we wouldn't have an assist, so that doesn't really work. Okay, there is a potential way through here if we stay. But it's the guard is the problem. So it'd be a 2 dice against. That doesn't help, but we could go in with strip ball. Or wrestle. Or we could move, I mean, if we bring somebody, if we brought this witch around here, we could 1 dice this. But we'd be pushing the same thing into the same sort of place. We've got an extra reroll, let's try the strip. Okay, that's not bad. Nice. Okay, I'll take that. It was a long thinking turn there. But it's put him in a spot of bother. I kind of wanted to keep this guy marked up in a way. But for starters, then he's just going to have a 2 dice claw on my guard guy instantly. And secondly, he can blitz with this guy, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like, I mean, obviously he wants to get the elves off the ball, and that does not get the elves off the ball. We got 2 sidestep blodgers on the ball. Ideally, you want to be blitzing one of them down, right? So, it's tricky. That's what I'm saying. If he goes for the kill, he puts himself in more trouble up here, potentially. We did sacrifice some elves here. That can't be denied. So it's a downside to the plus movement is the loss of break tackle, right? So I suppose you could question whether movement is the way to go. On first glance I liked it, but I do wonder if break tackle would be much scarier. Pushes her. I wonder if he's going to push him into here so he can hit him with the claw, or if he's going to push him here so this guy's still free. Okay, so he wants to use this guy. The question is where. He's got 2 dice here. Oh, he's strength 4, that's right. So that's quite nice, actually. This guy being, well, I mean, just in general. Okay, I like that. I like that he didn't blitz him. Yeah, I actually quite rate Zarg. He's not perfect, he doesn't have a block skill, so there is risk with him, but strength 4 tackle is quite nice. And an AV9 journeyman is always a welcome thing. Might be seeing a 1 dice splits here. Oh, we're seeing the blitz from Zarg, interesting. I mean, it's effective. Maybe I should have gone here. Feeling like I should have gone here. I'm not sure I'm doing anything here. It might not matter if he kills us. Doesn't. Gets the dodge off. We'll go on the ball. We'll go on the ball. Probably just going to come back where we are, but... we shall see. Okay, that's really nice. Yeah, our guy being stunned here is actually annoying because we can't run through here now. I think we have to do this. Do we make this a blitz? Yeah, I think we do. No, I don't think we do. Oof. That is not where we wanted that to go. You know, I guess we got this guy to head down there. Let's see. Hmm. Do want to try and protect the witches, but I don't quite see right now how we do that. Like that? I don't mind jamming in a reroll for this. Even though it's not the highest probability play in the world. Okay, that is nice. Ooh, getting lucky there. Okay, okay. Had to do a lot there to try and protect these guys once we'd got over here, which I'm not so keen on because obviously now it's our 2 guys versus the world, but at least we got 2 guys down here, which means if one of them gets bolted, we got a chance to get the ball back. The ball's about to be back in play here and on our case, big style. Kind of want to pick up on movement guy in case he gets bolted because obviously this guy is our bread and butter. Although this guy can throw it better. I think plan next turn if we can is to bring these guys back down, try and get ourselves over to here with some cover. The scatter down here is it was really nasty though, but you know, at the time it felt like a good idea to try and get this hobgoblin off because obviously he's their best ball handler. I did want to blitz the guy here and then run this guy down as well, but then I realized that he's helping protect the serfs on the witches, so didn't do that. Okay, if he's not sending much pressure down here, that's great. Is there a hobgoblin star player? There probably isn't. I think the plan will be, if we can, to get the switch down to here and get the ball to her. And then use her as a ball carrier rather than one of these guys. I do want to score on her as much and as fast as possible to get her wrestle so she's caught up to our previous witch. Who was Phoebe, I think. Gets a chain push here, but I don't know that it helps too much. Alright, so here's the blitz. So this might change our plans. I mean, I might have to be crazy and move here, come to here, and then throw to here or something. Of course, if we pick up and don't... Scary thing is if we pick up and... or if we use the reroll on the pickup. Oh, that's super unlucky. Happens all the time. Okay, he can't quite reach yet either. That's a dodge. We're doing this now because it's important. Okay. Okay, I'm digging that. I think that'll be enough to get us around here. Might get fireballed here. Okay. We'll take that. That was a good result for us. Definitely potential fireball time. But it's not an amazing fireball, but it could get him control back, and it's like 3 of our good players, right? So it's decent. Or arguably, yeah, probably those. No fireball. I mean, I've sort of putting these guys out here as decoys of scoring threats. We'll see if it works. I'd like to go up this flank, but there's not a lot of room for maneuver. There's even less room for maneuver now. just noticed his name is Raven Hawks, which is interesting. This is surfy, in a way. I assume he'll get more in here to make it so we can't just go ahead and surf that. But as of right now... Oh, I thought that was going to be the blitz. I don't know why you wouldn't put the extra square into blitz that. I wonder what he's got planned. Oh, maybe he wants to hit with the... Might be just hitting with the claw for the extra pain. So yeah, really need some more guys in here, otherwise I think the plan is we get this guy here, we blitz this guy off, we stand this guy up, blitz through the dwarf, and get to here. This guy could come back over the top. Yeah, so he's using the claw, which is fair enough. You have to follow here, I think. Doesn't follow. So I know what I'd like to do still. Everything kind of depends on what more he does. Okay, it doesn't change my plan. Oh, was that a GFI? It's a GFI I didn't see. Because of... He'd had to go through here, which I'd have preferred. Suddenly realised it as I clicked it. That works for me. He's fine. Not ideal. But I will take it. Hey Scorpion, how's it going? Strength 2. Didn't need that assist anyway. What? Hang on, was that me? Oh, was that the guy I knocked off? Was he strength 2? Oh, he was. So I could have just done that without him. Whoops. So you can get to there. Yeah, I see now. I think you're gonna have to take the dodgy option of this. Well, that's not gonna work. I'm jamming in the reroll because it's worth. Of course, if he bolts us here, I'm in a terrible position. It could go off the field and then he could actually go and score, so... Arguably, that is not good. Well, not arguably, that's not good. That's not good. Oh, that's not good either, but... I don't think it'll be critical. Yeah, how's it going, Scorpion? I forgot he had that. So he... I mean, not that that really causes an issue, because this guy would have moved up anyway. But yeah, it's... I mean, that wasn't ideal, but I mean, I was always going to make that block. I think that was the right decision. But yeah, I think this guy, where would he have gone had I not needed him? I mean, I wouldn't have been tagging this guy. I might have run up this side to have him as an option. I don't know. Or he might have tagged the bull. But yeah, it's another reason why I kind of feel like injuries, like even if it was just a little red cross symbol next to a player, would really help to remember what's going on with everybody. Because there's also movement 3 lingering around. He's done stuff, hasn't he? So he's not bolting. I think I'd have bolted if I were him. Feels like a really, really good chance to give myself a, you know, a way back in. I suppose he might be able to... So he can clear this guy this way. He could potentially push this guy this way. Can anybody reach to get through and actually push the witch off? Is the question. Zard could, maybe. Yeah, could have done a 4-person fireball, but I think I'd want the certainty of nailing the witch and pushing the ball out, whereas, you know, with the fireball, you wouldn't necessarily get that, but maybe you would open up the surf instead, right? So I suppose you could say that. And the surf is a definite throw-in, so yeah, that's reasonable. So, oh, but we've got sidestep, so we can kind of get in the way still. Yeah, surf's the fun way to do it. We're getting a bit chock-a-block up here. We'll see if we can get more surfs. I think we've surfed twice now in this game, which is pretty good going for first half. See if we can get some more in. It's the other reason I love Dark Elves, is having witches. I mean, I will say he's got us a bit trapped up here. Our guard is kind of the wrong side of the field for helping out. Thankfully, he's only movement 4. I do kind of want to move up, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. So there's a chance, if he commits too hard over here, we might try and push up through this and come out over here. We'll kind of see what happens. Oh, is that his claw? Ooh, that's not great. Let's go this way. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Should have gone here. No, I think it still traps him from coming through. No, if he stays where he is, this guy can come and go here. That was bad. I should have gone... Okay, he followed anyway, so we're okay. But that was a bad move on my part. No, he couldn't have come through. Because we got this guy. Okay. Oh, that's not good because I really wanted to free this guy. Hmm. So we might have to push up here, which was not the plan at all. Get the ball to him. Oh, this isn't ideal. Okay, we do get it now. But this isn't done here, and this could be problematic. I think you might just have to stand up and die. And that's not really great. Yeah, this isn't idyllic, but you know, we're doing what we can. Two turns. Hmm. I do hate sacrificing these guys, but it does help keep some of his guys in line. I'll be right back. Hopefully we don't get an Apo call. Alright, so it looks like he pushed this guy away and he pushed this guy away. It's going to be hard for him to... Well, no, if he moves... Okay, so yeah, now he's got a 1 dice here. But 1 dice this guy to get in contact, and then... Oh, he's blitzing the witch. Okay. Oh, he got her. Well, this could be the end of a promising career. Okay, a stun is great. I don't know if that sounds like I mean it, but I really do mean it. This guy gonna come over? Well, he's blitzed now, so blitz is gone. Pushes this down here, okay. Still has the 1 dice here. Yeah, makes sense. Go for the 2 dice on our Pee-wee, who's had a rough life. Guess he's gonna blitz. I mean, he's gonna hit here. Oh, I was not expecting that. Okay. This is their drive. Oh, a skull is really handy. We'll do that first. We'll get you... Guess we could do this. Get you up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 emergency scoring position. Okay, I have to admit I was kind of hoping for an armor break there. Get some protection in on him. Nobody can really do a whole lot here. I think guarding against the bull coming back at me again is probably worth. And getting this guy up here would be handy. I can't re-roll that because we might need the re-roll. Ugh, which is not great. Is it bolt time? It might be better off saving it for the second half, because obviously we've got another guy right there who could potentially go and score anyway. So I think there is an argument for... Never mind, he's bolted. It's a stun, which is better than it could have been. How much pressure can he get up here? We know he can get some. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. It's a GFI if there's nothing else to worry about, but we don't have many players over there. Yeah, that's true. A chain here. Could chain the Hobgoblin up here. Or he could chain into here, and move this guy here. And then this guy run up and blitz us, 2 dice with tackle. That would be pretty nice. He's not done that, but he has freed this guy up. Yeah, I like the chain option. He even brought the man in, like it was there. Yeah. Or maybe he just didn't see it. I mean, I know not everybody's looking for chains. I mean, he's got 2 dice with a GFI, I suppose. Or with 2 GFIs. It would have just been reducing the GFI situation. But yeah. Yeah, we don't have a lot of stuff we can bring over here to help. I think I would bring this guy over. Yeah, I guess that works as well. I don't know why, but I feel like I want him off the ball, off the player, and on the ball, and then this guy come in. Oh, he's not put him on the ball at all. Okay, here we go. Oh, that would be interesting. That would be very interesting. That would actually be, if it works, quite tricky. Looks like maybe he's going for the blitz. I kind of like the pickup idea. It's 50-50 with a reroll, so that's what, 75% give or take? Okay, okay, that's good. What can we get over here? Not quite you. I'd really like to get this guy over there. Which, if I could... Don't have a good... So that's a 1 dice. I need a lot of guys. I'm trying to figure out how to do my own chain. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything useful though. The guards here are a bit of a pain. Don't want to dodge off a tackle. I mean, we could just do that and then dodge back through, right? But it's a lot of dice. That doesn't help unless we can hit. It doesn't really help to have somebody else do it. So I think that might be our best option. Oh, that's kind of a cool cheerleader kit. I feel like I should have seen that before, but for some reason it seems new. Alright, so I think probably the right decision there. We don't get our guy back, which is a pity, because that's a blitzer. Probably use a bribe to keep Zarg in, because that feels like good value, honestly, at this point. Oh, he failed. Did he have to use both his bribes there? He had to use both his bribes, but he did keep him. Let's see how he sets up, because like a quick score would obviously be great here. But I don't want to push it to the point where it's a bad idea, like it's risky. So we might set up for the quick score and then retract if it's looking bad. Hey, have a good day, Scorpion. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, it's definitely... Game's obviously not over, so we'll see how it goes, but yeah. Taking off the Agi guy. And also, we don't really want to be facing a Chainsaw and Zarg. We want to be facing 2 Loner Hobgobbos. Plus, if you're 2 up against Chaos Dwarfs, that's a tough comeback. I think you got to leave those 2 guys on, because I think you need every ounce of reliable player here, and this guy is a great retrieval guy, right? So I think I would leave him on. Chaos Dwarfs on the front line. Keep the ball kind of behind the line. And then spread across the middle. Force me to have to push my way through rather than give me a route down the line. But we shall see. No SPP on the witch. I'd have liked to have scored with her if I could have manufactured it, but we just had to score, right? If he goes with this deep setup, that's actually kind of something against the plan in the sense of it's much better at reacting to getting over and above your push. He's running a bit low on time here. He's in danger of running out of time. Right now, I'm feeling this way. Because these guys are a bit slow. These guys could recover this way, but if we go this way, we're just giving them an easy. So I think that's the theory. Put long leads at the back. Can't rule out the blitz. Okay, so that's not all or nothing. If it does come over here and he gets a blitz, we're in major trouble. But blitzes are kind of major trouble, almost whatever you do when you set up. Okay, quick snap is okay, this is a lot better. Yeah, that is a good bounce as well. Feel like I need to get at the ball next. Good, good. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anybody I can mark up here. So we'll do this. That will do. Quick Snap made this a lot better. So the reason I put the witch here, you can probably tell, is to basically hold up these hobgoblins unless he's willing to put the blitz in on the witch. And if he puts the blitz in on the witch, we should be in. Because obviously it's so hard for him to get over the top. Either he has to put the blitz in on the witch, or he has to put the blitz in on this guy to try and get guys over. Because like right now, who on earth is getting over there to block us? So it is, I'll admit it's a bit of a sacrificial witch play, but there is, you know, method behind the madness. You know, he's likely to be able to get a blitz on a key player anyway, so it's not like it's... And it was done at a time when I didn't know that these guys were going to get into good positions as well, so you also... It's one of those turn ordering things. It was a play in case other things went wrong. It really helped shore up this by putting her there. The fact that the other guys were able to get up into good positions, you know, has somewhat made this not as important. But even so, it's a huge thing for not letting him through here, right? It's like a second line of defense. If you look at the tackle zones here, like he can't just blitz into our main wall now. So just sort of trying to explain myself a bit there. As to why I'm doing things, in case anybody's wondering. I wouldn't necessarily have used the witch if I could have used this guy, which maybe I could, honestly. I'm not 100% on that. He's coming after again, isn't he? So he's gonna hit something by the looks of it. He's hitting the witch, doesn't get her, which is good because we can now move her back, which makes her further away from this guy. So it's extra GFI if that's who wants to come hit her, which I like. Could use the chainsaw, of course. Downside to this is that blocks this guy off now from coming up and over. But I think he might have given up on getting that. I think he's going for damage here. Maybe he's going to do the chainsaw blitz into the witch, just for damage. Yep. I'll take a KO every day. Let's just try and shore this up a little bit in case this goes wrong. Get a hit in. That works for me. Just a stun. That guy does have a niggle, so it's definitely worth going after him. Alright, no messing around. Get in and get those players off the field. KOs stay out. I'm mostly alright with that, honestly. Yeah, it is a tough call. I don't think it was wrong to bring the star players on. But maybe he had to set up wider to make it harder for me to make so much ground. Perhaps. Would be my thought on that. I think honestly, if I were him, I probably would have played both of them first half. Try and get that chainsaw, you know, make use of the chainsaw while you can. Maybe even use the bribes up on it. Depend on how things went. Very sunny, so passing's not great. Doesn't really matter. So now it's about trying not to die too much. For the most part, I think. Normally the KO staying out would be, you know, obviously... Oh, actually, we got one of the guys back, I guess. We switched him out for another one. Oh, there's another KO. No, we didn't. Okay, he is still out. It's just showing me who's getting blocked. So, yeah. Alright. So he still has 11 as well. It's 11 versus 9 here. It's just 11 players that aren't quite so skilled up to the gills. Go from this unusual viewpoint. There we go, we'll get a cinematic view. I sometimes wish there was more, like you could turn the field, depth of field up or down, because it'd be kind of cool to have like this as like a thumbnail, but with just, you know, with like all this background faded. I mean, you can Photoshop all of that, but which, you know, on occasion I have done, but it's a bit of a pain. There's no real need to reroll that, although it gets you down a bit faster. I think I'd probably leave it. Yeah, he does. I'm pushing from us here just... Um, but yeah, it's, wonder if he realizes I've ended turn. We'll see. Maybe I did it too quick. Really hear the wind blowing. He's probably wondering why I'm not doing anything. So I expect in a few moments he'll start moving. Yeah, sometimes it's easy to miss the second turnover because it happens so fast. I've got a horrible feeling that Guillemot might be in for some pain here. Pretty reliable foul here. Now he's sort of tempting me to move up and try and get the ball. I'm not quite close enough. If we were here, I would try and move random and go grab the ball, but... So what did he get on the foul? He got the success, but it just turned into a stun. Alright, so we're going to have to move this next turn. Wherever the claw guy is, we're moving away from that. What's he got here? Loner and nothing. I thought he had a block guy. Oh, he didn't use the... Did he have two dirty players? No, he used the loner instead of the... dirty player. If he had used a dirty player, I think it would have been a KO. Alright, alright. Looks like he's preparing a little, preparing a little area. Probably going to hand off to the bull here. It's going to throw to the bull. Alright, he gets it. Hmm. Is that as far as he needs to go? It is as far as he needs to go. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't go another one there. I suppose I should probably try and use this guy. Just in case we can get Mighty Blow going, it doesn't get going. I mean, this could let him back into the game if he scores now, which he can technically do. I don't know if he's going to try and stall out and just get injuries and go 2-1, or if he's going to... I mean, he probably should go in, honestly. Give himself a chance. Because you never know, you could get a blitz, all Centaur runs up and grabs it, and then score again. The going 2-0 up is not a guarantee, honestly. It looks like he's going to try and stall it out. Which I didn't really want. I wanted him to go in and give us a chance to score again. Oh, this guy's nearly leveled as well. He's close to having Claw Palm, which will make him horrific. I don't think he's going in, you know. Which I really do honestly think he probably should. But, you know, I also understand why he's not. He's having to think about it. Gonna stall it out. Oh, we forgot it was 2-0. Dude, this torture playing me. I think I go for the draw up and give myself some chance so I can TD. At 1-0, going for the stall out is a sensible thing to do here because it's just far more likely that the Dark Elves score again. I mean, I'd love him to score so that we can have a chance at a 2-turner with the Witch again, because I really want to get her wrestle because she needs it. But I mean, also, if we can just get our team mostly surviving, that would be great. Could get a 3 dice here if he's going to go in. I hadn't looked at the names. Alright, this might mean he's going in. And with 4 KOs, I mean, we're actually not guaranteed any kind of result here. So there is definitely a good call to go in. It doesn't look like he's going to do it, though. Unless he's going to foul and then go in. Gets the KO. Really should go in there. I mean, 5 KOs. Like, if they stay out, you got a good chance of turning this over and getting in. It's weird, I want him to go in and I don't want him to go in. Okay. Okay, 3 back is big, although I think we're missing the 2 good ones still. Yeah, that's crazy. Those guys have been out, like, a while now. This guy's been out for... I think he's had 3 chances to come back now. I think she's had 2. Okay, if he goes for the deep setup here, I do like that, because it means we can sort of get up there to try and score, but if it doesn't work, it's not... we're less in danger, right? Of a counter. Like, if he gets a blitz, he's probably not scoring. If he sets up like this. But it gives us a chance to push forward. Even though we're unlikely to score, it gives us the ability to push forward with less worry of the blitz. Or set up to to go for it. He is down 1 player. We're down 2 players. So we're actually only down 1, technically. I really would love to score on the witch, but shouldn't get my hopes up. This is interesting. Okay. Well, I think we still push this way. I think I do leave 1 guy here, just in case. We need to come and get the ball from over here, which is a really bad spot for us. I think we attempt to hit this guy and hope that we knock him over, and then we can mark this. Yeah, I can't do that. Do that, though. Oh, we lose a turn. Boo! Okay, so we're not scoring. Run away! You haven't ruined any fun for you scoring against me and hitting a few dark especially. Oh, it's, that's right, it's really sunny. Okay, we got the pass. Did we get the catch? Hey, we leveled him up. Yeah, it was a rough game. Sorry, I guess I haven't... It's not too much to say at this point, but rough game for him. It was a game that could have gone differently. Like, if those KOs had been injuries, you know, if he hadn't had that issue in the first half that got the ball free, I mean, we still had to work incredibly hard to get off him and score. But the fact that we did, and it meant he used up his bolt, which I think maybe should have gone on the witch when she was over on this sideline, and things were less certain. Once it was up here, it was much harder for him to stop us, but, you know. It was a rough game, and... Take the both down. Oh, he could jam in the reroll. Yeah, that's the way to do it. But yeah, he did roll an awful lot of ones, so I think it was also a bit of an unlucky game for him. Alright, so there we go. We're on track. I think we didn't level the witch up, but you know, it was too tight to do that. The first half was, you know, tricky. Those winnings are nice. Oh, our Blitzer almost leveled as well. I don't know what he's gonna get. I guess he'd probably get tackle. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, he had a lot of blocks, and he did get... 12 armor breaks isn't a lot. We did mostly avoid the claw, but also the claw didn't get anything. Who got his okay. Oh, his strength 2 guy getting the... Oh, that's horrible. That is very horrible. That's not what I want. Playing a league. Let's have a look at what's going on with the team. So yeah, we'll have a level up option on... Okay, so that should... I think now that he's exited. So it's just Avocet. Scota got a ton of SPP. We at least got Golden Eye started, so another touchdown should be in a slightly better place. Yeah, team's not too much changed. I don't know what we're facing next. There's still a lot of mean teams to face, so... But getting past Chaos Dwarfs without dying is nice, right? Let's see what the option is here. Okay, it's a 9, so it's going to be something normal. I mean, Sprint? Could be honestly not a terrible idea. Because that'd make us 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 2 squares for 1 turn. I don't think I'll use it much outside of that, though. That's the only downside. So it's a question as to how good is that really? And I don't know. Think about that. If you see the video before the next game, which is quite possible, let me know what you think. Other options... So it's our movement guy. Not shadowing. I mean, shadowing can be good, but you kind of want to have other things in play. It's not really what we're looking for. Sidestep is a huge option. I mean, you could argue, honestly, for Sure Feet, I suppose, to really maximize that high movement. I don't know. I don't know, it's a tricky one. And Sidestep is always good, so maybe Sidestep. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you all next time. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye for now.